It's far too simple to understand this. It's much more true and pure when that understanding mind takes a back seat. You see, the human mind, or the mind, or whatever, ego mind, pure mind, whatever you want to call it, has installed this belief system, this projecting system, this wanting to know system, that there is an answer system, that it clings on to this system, otherwise it feels it will lose its own ground. It will lose itself. We use the term, I lost my mind. But we use it like we did something wrong in comparison to what the mind measures as good and bad, or right and wrong. But to lose the mind is not to allow the mind to bob off into the universe so that you're left alone like this vegetable. Not a very nice term, but that's the term the mind chooses to describe what you are without an associating, emotional, communicative, attaching mind. So you don't lose it. You go in front of it, and it's behind, waiting when you need it. When you walk your dog, when the dog is pulling in front, it's the mind pulling you around, and you've no control, especially a big dog. When the mind is behind, you feel secure that the dog is safe. The dog can always come up when you call it. The balanced mind is when the simplistic life comes forward to meet the mind. And they shake hands and they negotiate. And they say, let's stay together. Let's keep each other as one. And the dog is just bobbing along beside you. There's no leash. To understand this, you have to walk in front of the dog. You have to walk without walking. Observe. Know that the mind is present. But don't let it speak. Don't let it come forward. Not in a controlling way, in an accepting way. Mind doesn't want to pull ahead. It has installed this belief system in itself that it has to pull ahead. If you don't pull ahead, everyone will speak about you. All the minds will associate themselves and put you in some sort of category, or non-communicative, detached, disassociated. This person is not as it should be. much more simple than that. Boredom is the halfway stage. That's when the dog is alongside you. But you don't appreciate boredom until you go and walk in front of the dog. For miles. For weeks, for months, for years. The dog is lost behind you. But you know it will find you. It will always find you. All these clues. Dog with extrasensory, mind with extrasensory. Same thing, you see. You can never get lost without mind. You can never get lost with mind. Equal. But you're totally lost when you become mind. And you're pulling. And you're wandering. And you're forcing your way forward. You're needing, you're desiring. And it can be in a compassionate way as well. I want to help the world. I have to go and help the world. I can't be with myself until I help the world. The world is at peace when you are at peace. That's what peace means. Your world is at rest. It's simple. You can't use words like free because free means you have moved from a place of bound into a freedom. Everything is still. Your emotions create movement, sensory movement. All that exists is the essence of life. We call it life. Some call it God, some call it consciousness, some call it self. Some call it existence, grace, source, almighty. But this essence is able to try and understand itself. But it knows it will never understand itself because it's too vast, it's too big, it's too infinite. Put life forms on to understand it. The life forms change. Like the skin changes. Like the weather changes. So you're going to get a different picture every moment. You can't get that snapshot of what you truly are. But the truth is revealed through this simplicity, and the truth is that whatever you are is creating all of this. You're creating your own body. You're creating your own existence. And something sends down this mind to try and help you understand it. Even the mind knows it's incapable. Even the dog knows it's incapable of staying alongside you all the time. Because it will move off at the sign of food or the scent of urine or whatever dogs follow. So how can you find truth outside of you? How can you find truth inside of you? Truth is that which is never changing. Truth is the one that sees outside and inside. It has to be in that middle state. Truth is still. Truth is limitless. And in it is change. And we love change. We love when the sun moves up or up behind the hill in the morning. And we love when it goes down at night. We love different experiences. We love different people, different clothes. We love different weathers, different parts of nature, different countries, different stars. But altogether, collectively, it's one truth, and I is it. I is truth. When you escape I, you become truth. Because I is that which projects everything. I is that tower that spears this universe. The I is your tool, your mechanism, that place of birth. But one, the real you, the real one, is before I, is beyond I. That one is silent. Namaste.